You on?
Yep.
So he's going to go through a blinded coaching setup of deadlift here to see his internal checklist, which is probably, I should get some Montgomery here. So he's going to see how he does without the checklist, then he's going to use the checklist, then he's going to use the checklist and everything together nice and tight. So let's do a set of 5 or something like that.
Okay.
But really you're focusing more on that first rep to get it dialed in tight.
Okay.
You may go.
We have a mirror over here.
Okay. Hold on.
So I want you to walk up to the bar until your shins are close to the bar.
Gestures.
Okay. Stand in posture hold position with your feet about hip width apart. Drop your arms until they're straight down. And then I want you to squat down to the bar, keeping your chest and eyes up, and grab outside the bar, just outside your thighs. Now keeping your chest and eyes up, and a steel extended spine, so keep that postural position locked in. Get tight, take a big breath of air, and then I want you to stand up with the bar.
You memorized the list already. That's the same as the list.
Okay. Now I don't know if you stood up with the bar or not. Okay, so then I want you to squat the bar back down, keeping your chest and eyes up in that postural position maintained, all the way down till the discs hit the ground. And then back up, so chest and eyes up, steel spine, and that's 2. Then ease it back down, and then back up, leave with the chest, and 3. Big air in, ease it down, and back up, and that's 4. Good, last one. And up. And 5. Nice work. A+ deadlifts.
All right, good. That's amazing. It actually just killed my whole activity here. But no one else has it memorized like you do. I don't think. You might. I'm not sure. But that was incredible. And so that's the same damn thing as the checklist. I tweaked a little bit of stuff on there. But wow, so we're going to have to pick on some other guys next week who are actually gone tonight, who this is going to be a great activity for. I won't name any name. So you don't need to do the second round of the checklist. Let's get Tony in. I want to pick on somebody. So let's get, Ben, you come in as the lifter. Tony on the spot, sorry. But it's your turn, so get a blinded set first, do 3 to 5 reps, and then we'll see you with the checklist.
Alright, I want you to walk up to the bar to where you're just about 1 inch or 2 from, your shins are about 1 inch or 2 from the bar. I want you to stand in the posture hold position, and then spread your feet about hip width apart, toes facing forward. I want you to squat down to the bar with your arms extended and the grip about shoulder width apart, going straight down, and then go.
You doing good?
All right.
You set up good?
All right. Now that you're there, I want you to stand up at the bar and make sure you're going to keep that straight, or that rigid back. And I want you, when you come up with the bar, I want you to come as close to your shins as you can. And then when you go over the knees, stand straight up, and then you're keeping that posture hold position. Assuming he's up. So I want you to squat back down, same way that you came back up. Keep your chest up and your eyes and your head up until the bar hits, or the plates hit the ground. So that's 2. And now back up again. Focus on keeping that posture hold position. And down. And up.
One more rep.
And down one more time. And back up.
All right, good. All right, good. Down. All right, good. So all your cues and everything was right. Everything you said was right. But what had happened there, so if you notice on Vince, it worked in real time, so there's no delay. So if he had, let's say that's 135 on the bar, and he's still new and he doesn't understand keeping tight and he's still vulnerable, that may have not come together so well, because he was actually frozen in the air with the bar and saying around knee level. That's what I'm saying. So how can we refine the cues and the information to where it doesn't slow them down necessarily, or necessarily it's not too much information, it's just the right amount of information his brain needs to get it done, and not get down here and get tired and fatigued and his posture breaks down too soon. So that may seem anal, but I think it's very important when you think about them getting down there, wasting time. And even like if you see Shane, like I don't even want her to tie her own shoes when she's doing a workout because she gets so distracted by something so simple. So keeping it simple and to the point to where we can keep the flow. So like once he was down there, that's when things started to slow down a bit. You set him up perfectly. It just probably too much, and then from there got a little jagged. So let's try one with the cue. Literally, The stuff in parentheses is optional, but you can go ahead and say it.
Alright. Alright, stand with your feet hip width apart, with the bar touching the shins, and then get in your posture hold position, drop your arms, squat to the bar, grab the bar with hands outside of your legs, look up or forward or up, chest and eyes up, get tight, set your back, inhale, and then lead with your chest to the ceiling, driving through the heels, and stand up. And exhale when you get to the top. Reset at the top and take the slack out. And then squat the bar back down as you inhale. Same way you lifted it. Lightly tapping on the ground and then repeat.
Good. So we could chop it down a little bit, but that was good. So it's basically everything, there's not a single tick in there that would set them in the wrong direction. So the mechanical correct. So go ahead and rest. What are some of the things you guys see wrong or off when you're seeing some of the deadlifts in here? And where do we start? And that's what I'm saying. That's why we're doing this, because okay, there's nothing eye-opening exactly. You saw a subtle difference from those first two sets, but really, how can it go wrong?
Well, I think one of the key things I remember here is lead with your head and chest and push through your heels.
Yeah.
You got a lot of people like Will today. You corrected him when I was watching him working out. He turned it into butt up and then came up this way. Remember how you corrected him? I told you basically exactly the same thing.
Yeah, so something slip newbies there, but I'm really talking even more like the chronic things going on, like stance and grip, like you were talking about the other day, and people deadlifting real wide and just like a snatch grip, and when it's supposed to be conventional setup.
Right.
You know, this is real simple. You know, your anatomical landmark would just be hip width. You know, some people are mesomorphic, squattier kind of build, and they'll have more of a squared off. Like if you see me do a clean, that's actually where I am. It's different. But if I were to do it, if I were just simply thinking about deadlifts and I didn't Olympic lift, I would be right there. Nice and tight like that versus my clean style there. A little different, but to do an actual deadlift, you know, how can we, you know, we're seeing guys out like this and they're getting real rounded, bending the arms around the knees, and we're seeing a lot of this kind of stuff going on. So this should take that out. So I think we kind of hit that home. I want to see a couple more where people do blinded just to see, but you guys already got the answers here. Ryan, you want to try one? Suck it. Get up there. Just give you the deadlift. Let's put 300 on there real quick and make this a little serious.
Should I do it real fast? Okay, stand with your feet hip width apart, with the bar touching your shins. Get into the posture hold position. Drop your arms, squat down to the bar. Grab the bar with your hands outside your legs. Look forward or up, chest and eyes up. Get tight, set your back, lock in your back. Inhale, lead with your chest to the ceiling and drive through the heels, curls toes up, stand up and exhale. Reset at the top of each rep. Take out the slack that you lost on the way up. Inhale, squat the bar down the same way you lifted it. Keep your chest, shin, eyes up, chin. Lightly tap the ground and repeat.
So that's where it's too wordy. I need to clean that up and refine it. So the stuff, go ahead and relax. The stuff in parentheses is stuff that, you know, it's hard to come to peace with it, what exactly to take out on this. But for example, where a lot of people, you may do great on that first rep, but so reset at the top of each rep, take out the slack. So you see guys finishing here, and they're finishing like this in their deadlifts. They're not getting their shoulders back and reset. So reset, take out the slack, get tight for the next rep. So every rep that should happen. So every time you stand up, nice and clean, as you get tired, it's going to end up coming down in there. So that's in parentheses, and if you really look at this without that, it's literally stand with the feet hip width apart. Let's go, let's get you on the bar. Now I'm going to do the short condensed version if possible on this to keep it real tight and punchy. So, okay, stand with the feet hip width apart. Okay, next we're going to, stand with the feet hip width apart, get into the postural position, drop the arms, but you see we already have a problem. This is why I have this in parentheses. He's a foot away from the bar. So in parentheses, it is bar touching the shins, symmetrical with the bar, because I may have him touching the bar with the shins, but then he's standing, this will be Dr. Suggs, this will be 4 inches to the left. You know, this is exactly the way I teach him every single day, and that's where I started teaching this with postural position standing, because every time he comes down to the bar, he's like this, and he's flexed over and humped, and I just lost everything I spent 5 minutes talking to him about. So the postural position, drop down, and then once he's down there, I put the straps on for him, because as soon as he looks down and starts putting them on, I just lost it all again. So he's in postural position, drop the arms, come down, and then he's got 225 on there, and he's off staggered. So I just pull the bar over so it's straight. He can stay there, put the straps on. He's not getting too tired down there, and we can go. But anyway, so in parentheses, bar is tight to the shins. Your thing, 1 to 2 inches is okay, but if someone's getting too far drifted away, the center of gravity is going to be too far forward. And once they lift, they're going to shoot their hips, they're going to be forward in the center of gravity. So there's one. So I like to aim on touching the shins. Okay. But it's not big. It's not a deal breaker. So get in the posture position, drop the arms, squat to the bar, grab the bar with the hands outside of your legs, look forward or up, chest and eyes up, get tight, sit your back, inhale, and leave with the chest to the ceiling and driving through the heels, curl the toes up, stand up, exhale. Yeah, I gotta take the toe thing out, that'll be in parentheses. Okay, reset the top of each rep and take out the slack, then squat the bar down, lightly tap the ground and repeat. Good. Same thing, squat down, lightly tap the bar, and repeat. Good, so I'm gonna chop this down, but just so you know that there's details that could be missing on there. So we'll try to chop this down where it's really wordy in the middle there. Relax. The point where he's set up. So first of all, are they set up correct? A lot of times if they're set up wrong, everything's going to be wrong from there. And that's where people first are, 80% of the problems with injuries are to be pulling with the flexed spine there. But what happens when they're under load and they're actually in action? That's where we can shorten this up. So thinking chest and eyes up, lead with the chest, for example. Any other suggestions on that? Good. Cues? All right, we'll refine it. So next week, don't tell any of those guys about this. I'm going to put them on the spot so we can laugh at them about it. It's going to be, RDLs are going to be discussed. That's another big one. So RDLs, front squat, back squat. I'll have a simple checklist. You might just add it to this here, put them under there. You know what I'm saying? Very impressive work, thank you.
Good job, Ben.
Now, here's an awareness exercise on focus. Now, there's a few more I'd like to do, but such subtleties. I had someone stop me in the parking lot today and say, you need to talk to so-and-so about, yeah, I know you guys need to eat between sessions and you guys get really hungry and whatnot, but so-and-so is training so-and-so and, you know, he had his coffee out and, you know, I understand it's early in the morning and all those things, but he's so focused on his coffee and he spilled his coffee, knocked it over, and the client's, they're doing an exercise. And he's fucking around with his coffee and all this stuff, and she just paid all this money for the workout, and it's just a disaster. So that's human, and it happens, I understand that. But if it is so, I wasn't there and I didn't see it, but if it's so alarming that this is a reputable client who told me this, if she were to say something to me about this, then it must have been some kind of fiasco, basically. So consider that on these exercises and why we're even doing this. So what we're doing next is anybody got a pee right now? I need a cup full of urine. A cup full of urine?
I'm serious.
Okay. Go fill it up with water real quick. All right, real quick. So we're gonna have one person doing an alternating lunge, balancing a cup of urine on the head. Thank you. They're gonna have water on their head. Okay, so think of how dangerous a lunge is. So not all of us really think about that. Remember Todd's lunges? You know, you get away with a lot of things, especially we can. We're young and fit, and we have more resilient knees. But except Ryan, you're gonna appreciate this. But one bad move on any exercise. So this last 2 weeks, we had 2 people get hurt with the deadlift, back injuries. People who should never in a million years should have had these back injuries. All with the same trainer who's a very OCD, compulsive, smart trainer. The guy is smart, but he messed up. He took his eye off the ball for 1 second. 1 second's all it takes to break someone's back. Tear a rotator cuff. I had the biggest injury I can remember I've had with someone was with Raj Doshi, actually. He was doing a dumbbell bench press and he got real heavy. It was his last rep. He was coming down. I thought we were going to take it in together and set it down. I don't know if he freaked. I can't remember. You know, I can't point a finger necessarily, but he let the weights go. He came down at the bottom and he got real deep and let go of the weights to the side. So that's why I will never ever let someone come down and out on their own. So I bring him down, bring it tight to the body and sit. He came down too deep and he's got those forwardly rotated shoulders, bad posture there towards rotator cuff. He was back in a few weeks, but really that, you know, it scarred me for life. I'll never ever let anybody come down like that. But it was just crushed a PR set, and it was the last thing he was excited and he got out of it. Stupid. Dr. Suggs tweaked his back once on a heavy deadlift. The guy is a deadlifting machine. Killed a set. This is at the old gym even, so I'll never forget it. And he kills the set. Last rep, oh, done. He was excited about a PR and dropped it down with the flex spine. Took my eye off the ball for 1 second. I just didn't say one damn cue. I could have said, squat it down, keep your chest and eyes up. I missed, and he fucked himself up. So think of those 2 subtle quick situations, whereas the same thing happened to this other guy, and he just can't understand it. It's like, so I said all the perfect cues, my coaching was dialed on, you know, it looked right. I'm like, well, that's why I say steel lock and spine in, it's not abs in. Don't think about engaging the core and squeezing the butt. That's not good enough on a heavy deadlift. It is a steel spine. Think about extension in the spine. You cannot budge on a heavy squat or deadlift. It was 2 younger people that should have never been hurt with their back, honestly. So he took his, I understand it happens, but it's one thing if it's 1 in 10,000 and it happens. It's another thing if you have 2 people out of 8 clients that do it all in the same week. To me, that is, your checklist is wrong. So although you're coaching well, your consistency of your checklist is not working, so something's off here. So tell me what's going on. So awareness to all those subtle details, but ultimately with injuries, not taking your eye off the ball. So even if they got A+ form all the time, it's still, they're always vulnerable. Tom's very focused, he looks great all the time, but no way. You know, and just like you said in the email, it's like it's a triple check. Like I coached him 3 times. We just did this damn exercise on Monday. You still understand it. It's already Friday. You don't know how to do it. Don't take it for granted. You memorize that checklist, hammer it out real fast. Bam. It should be like a quick commercial every single time. So that being said, subtleties like a lunge, which to me are way more dangerous and sketchy for these people. I'm not a big fan of the walking lunge, whatever. If people can do it, fine. It just doesn't make a lot of sense for our space ultimately, but literally, I don't see any problem with doing the alternating lunge in place. Here, for example. And that's, if you think about the way the gym was put together for our business model here, it's so we could all get something done in one station. Even with 2 clients, ideally. So if we get super packed in here, and I got John and Celeste, I need to be able to adapt and get everything done in one spot, ultimately. I could have a barbell here, the bench inside of here, and get that knocked out that way, and then have to rotate around. It's more work for me, but ultimately, it may get that busy someday. Now, what's going on here, this is to keep your eye on the ball. So the point here is eye on the ball. Always keep your eye on the ball. Always keep it on the ball. You don't want to get hit by a pitch like so-and-so in this last week. Twice.
Hey, Anna, bring me your mop.
So, one person did a lunge there. So, to have a good clean lunge, you should have perfect positions and stability and balance if you do it anyway. Why would you go down to a lunge and have any stability in the knees and let them take over? So, I'm going to try this. This wasn't my plan. Let's see how I do it.
It's a joke, actually. Kind of.
You know what?
So, no, you're going to do it basically with the cup like this. And see if you can do a lunge spotted with another person, but you get the point. We'll have one person do it and see if you can spot the lunge. That's how close. Remember when I was all taught about, okay, you need to be behind there at all times. One bad step. So that was one bad step, and I lost it. So think about how, I got dumbbells in my hands, I got a barbell on my back, and I'm off, and just on that recovery, it looks solid, and all of a sudden, uh-oh, crap. And I'm standing over here. My arms crossed, I can't do anything about it. You want to do some lunges? How are your lunges?
Alright.
Go ahead, someone spotted from behind. See what you got. We need something
Watch
better.
this one spot.
That's just extra variable.
You guys do walking lunges or?
Walking lunge, go for walking lunge.
Posture hold. Posture hold.
So let's see your spotter, Ryan spotter. So where would you go for this?
Walking lunge.
Am I walking?
Yeah, I don't care either way. Just yeah, do alternate, It's fine. So balance that. So Brian, you're spotting her, keep that cup on her head. The cup's also your responsibility. Oh, sorry. So
fired.
rebalance her.
Hold the cup on here?
So nice and straight there. So where would you balance her? So what's the root cause of her falling down? Is it her head is the problem? Probably not. She's probably thinking about it, thinking in her head anyway. So it's everything else. So keeping her tight from the hips up. Good. Ah, you're off. Too far away.
Come on, B. Get up in there.
Good. See how he's lunging with her? It's exactly how, when I have something I'm worried about, naturally as an instinct, he got in there nice and tight there. So you literally are lunging each time with him is the ideal way to do that, almost, or stepping forward, or you're straddling like Sean likes to do. It looks like he's getting from behind or something. Let me see you bend.
Very conducive.
Actually, stay here.
What?
So I'm a female.
So I'm gonna do the Sean Dunn style.
They don't
Go ahead and lunge. My arms are out there with him. I can see them there. So it's like dancing on eggshells. Go ahead. One. I'm watching the cup. I'm watching him. Good. Continue. Good. Good. All right, let's get a cup of water. Nice. So that's my point. So at all times, so think of this, not as a stupid object on his head, literally is, I gotta fix it. I gotta fix it. He lost his balance. Gotta fix it right away. But I'm close enough, I'm in hands reach distance at all times, and I can save his ass at all times. So think about spotting that way. We talked about this a long time ago. You should be at hands length of your client at all times so where you can save their ass at any point in time if they go off balance. And also, it's something about them hearing you a little bit better too. How many times we get set up next to each other, and like I'm coaching, they're coaching, we're in arm's length of each other. It's like we're drowning each other out. I just start whispering so the client can hear me, and then people aren't annoyed as shit, but you know what I'm saying? So that way they can hear you better. You don't have to get ridiculous. Well, that's it on that. I won't be dead to that. So any questions? Good. So checklist coming on that?
Spot people from the side on the lunge.
On the lunge now, that's a good dilemma. Now, to fix their lunge up early on, absolutely. And I think that's fine with, if you go down, up here. So if I'm at a place where I can save you the torso block the knee and then bam, still fix you that way, then I think it's fine. Okay. Now what I'm thinking of is more the walking lunge, and which I've never really been recommended, honestly. I mean, yes, we can do them, but I just not comfortable with it, ultimately. And I feel more control, we save space here, and I can load the barbell on their back better, because I plan to make them damn good at it. So Shannon, for example, if she did like alternating lunges with 85, 95 pounds, I would never in a million years have her walk with that. Here I can spot her here to load the bar off her back, plus it's less work for me to have to go carry it to her, and it's a huge bar that would take everybody out. So that being said, I can still spot her here or behind the back from here. So she picks it up from here, and I'm behind her there, and she does the lunge. But that works. And I think more in the realm of when they're running or the dumbbell lunge. When they're doing a barbell inside here though, I usually will be behind them. And do the Sean Dunn pump style.
I'm not actually moving my hips. They're stationary.
I understand. Just messing. I didn't catch it the other day and it looked like you're getting fried. I did see you stood like that. I swear to God, I did. It's still kind of funny.
That's all right.
All right. So that's all I got on that. We're going to hit more of the checklist soon, but just like Ben took that hard, I believe, and think about how you would coach and how can we find every single exercise I do, there's a simple checklist. It doesn't have to be this elaborate. And I wouldn't even think of this as elaborate. This could be 30 points, honestly. But 3 points, every time someone I see is bench push. Okay, postural position, feet, butt, shoulders, nice and firm on the bench and ground, eyes under the bar. We'll take the slack on the bar, make sure it's up front, so eyes under the bar. Nice tight grip there, unwrap the bar, come straight down, hit nipple area, exhale, push up. They know how to bench press textbook every single time they ever do. Nothing's ever assumed there. Because I don't want to, those warm-up sets are a crucial point for me to clean up the form so their max PR sets are dialed in perfectly tight. I don't want to waste time on that heavy PR set trying to fix up a technical flaw I should have fixed up the first warm-up set. You know what I'm saying? So those are all practice. Practice the warm-up sets like it's your heavy max set. You should be lifting